Good morning, YouTube. Rose Thorn here. I'm doing a very special video today that has nothing to do with Foodie Beauty. It has to do with a very special, hardworking group of people who deserve to be talked about and praised and information about them given to all of you. Consider this a PSA, and I hope that my words will be received well. I would also like to give a shout out to the person who inspired this video in the first place. And that person's name is Trailer Park DeVita. For those who do not know, Trailer Park DeVita is a YouTube content creator, very wonderful person. Trailer Park DeVita is a close personal friend of It's Me a Time, another YouTube content creator who has a wonderful channel. For those who are curious about Trailer Park DeVita or It's Me a Time, I'm going to leave their channel links in the description box below so you can check out their channels and maybe sub to them. So going back to Trailer Park DeVita. DeVita had a very late night chat one night, and DeVita happens to work in the food and service industry at a restaurant. DeVita was talking about how working in the restaurant, he was very worried that some of the servers, the waitresses, and the waiters, he was worried about maybe they might quit because the number of people coming into the restaurant and not tipping was just staggering. A lot of people coming into a restaurant and taking advantage of the honor system with the tipping and not leaving any tip money behind. I'm someone that many years ago, I used to work in the food and service industry. I worked at a restaurant myself. I worked doing food prep for a 100-item buffet. And during that time that I worked at the restaurant, I talked to many waitresses and waiters, and I heard the horror stories about people coming in and demanding all kinds of service, and they never left a tip behind, especially large groups of people. That was always the worst. So after hearing DeVita and his worries about the staff there, and thinking about my experience with working in a restaurant, I am making this video because I want to talk to everyone about the food and service industry, about essential workers, about the importance of treating people right, and why it's important to tip. Why it's very, very important to tip, and even passing along information to those of you that may not be aware of some things when it comes to waiters and waitresses. So, fact number one. Waiters, waitresses, bartenders, people like that, many times they do not receive a regular 8 to 10 hour wage like most people do. They work on a wage that's much, much less. They get maybe $2 or $3 an hour, and the rest of their pay is supposed to come from gratuity, tips that people leave behind. So now you guys can understand why tipping is so important, because they're not making a per hour wage and then the tips on top of that. The bulk of their pay is supposed to come from gratuity. And if people aren't tipping the way they should, that means they're really walking home with nothing. And when it comes to bills, when it comes to rent, when it comes to food, there is no maybe. You have to have money to pay for all that stuff, or you are SOL. So fact number two, when it comes to waiters, bartenders, servers, oftentimes the tips they receive, they don't get to keep 100% of that. They have to split their tips with other people in the restaurant that help them, such as the bartenders, such as a busboy, maybe other waitresses. So that $5 tip you might be giving them, they might be able to keep half of that, but the other half is going to go for somebody else. So, yeah. As we all know, the pandemic has happened, and that means a lot less people have money. But still, if you're someone and you're going out to a restaurant, or you are partaking of something that involves food delivery or someone serving your food, honestly, it's just good manners to leave a tip behind. Count on giving a tip when you pay for your food, because It's just only the fair thing to do. If you're someone and you are ordering food from, say, Postmates or Uber Eats, or you're going out to a restaurant, part of the appeal is you're not having to go out and buy the food, bring it home, make it, wash the dishes. Somebody else is taking care of all the tiresome stuff, so you can just sit back and enjoy your meal. So I would think that $5 tip would be worth it. Uh, Recently, last night, I went on Postmates slash Uber Eats. They completely changed their system, and I saw that before the tipping system was uh, maybe like, oh, you could add the tip if you want to, but you don't have to. Now it's definitely added to the bill. I think all restaurants, all food delivery services should do that, because then whoever it is that's delivering the food or serving the food, there's absolutely no question that they're going to get paid. They're definitely going to get paid. I'm sure if all restaurants and all food delivery services did that, the people who are employed in those restaurants or those food delivery services would breathe a sigh of relief that they're not having to worry about getting paid or making money. They're definitely going to make money. But it's just sad, honestly, that I have to make this video. That there are so many people abusing the honor system when going into a restaurant that I have to make this video. Like, tipping should just be a normal thing, but some people aren't doing it. But something else I would like to say, if you're someone and you're ordering food or you're going into a restaurant, please keep in mind that the people that are serving your food, they're real people. They're not robots. They may have problems just like you. They may have worries and stress, but they have to come to work and they have to put on a brave face and smile and give you proper service. So please be nice to them if you can. They really do appreciate it. Keep in mind that not every customer that they deal with in the day may be nice, so you being nice might make all the difference in the world. Also, one more thing, and I'm going to put this out there. There are some people that approach customer service representatives or salespeople or waiters or waitresses, and they take advantage of the fact that that person is in a work environment, and therefore they're going to have to be nice under any circumstance. And people come in and they're purposely rude. That person coming in who's the customer might be having a bad day or a bad life or just be a rotten person and just say a lot of rotten things to a waiter or a waitress or a bartender, and they know they know that that person can't say anything back or else they'll get fired. Don't be one of those people that you are taking advantage of that system. Be nice to those people. I mean, it doesn't make sense to be rude to somebody who's just trying to help you with whatever it is you need or whatever it is you want. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. And here's a bonus. If you're someone and you go to a restaurant or you use a food delivery service and you're nice to people and you tip well, you will definitely get the best service. Customer service reps, waiters, bartenders, waitresses, they will literally bend over backwards for people that are nice to them and people that tip well. I mean, anytime I've ever gone out and I've talked to a customer service rep or gone out to a restaurant, I always tip well. I always tip well, and I always get the best service, no question. So if you want the best service and if you want a much more pleasant experience, be nice to the people that you're talking to. Don't be cheap and not leave a tip. That's not fair. They're serving you your food. They're cleaning up after you. $5, it's not a lot of money. You don't have to be a big baller and spend like 20 bucks on a tip. That $5 means all the world to someone that's just trying to pay their bills and such. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching, and I would like to thank again Trailer Park DeVita for giving me the inspiration for this video, and I hope that by giving this information out about what waiters and waitresses go through and what they get paid, perhaps it might inspire some people to be nice when they go out to restaurants or when they order food or just being around those who are customer service. It might inspire people to be better. Okay, so you guys, thanks for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you, and please take care.